Fritz vs. Draper prediction 2024 Paris Masters. The 2024 Paris Masters continued on Tuesday from France. Some high seeds were in action in the draw, two of which were eliminated. Casper Ruud and Andrei Rublev, the number 7 and number 6 seeds respectively, went out of the draw. Meanwhile, Carlos Alcaraz, the number 2 seed, had little trouble advancing at the expense of Nicolas Jarry. On Wednesday's order of play, Taylor Fritz, the tournament's number 5 seed, will face British tennis player Jack Draper. Here's a look at what tennis fans can expect in the match. Fritz vs. Draper head-to-head series. These two players have faced one another 3 times in the past. Fritz leads the series 2-1. The American won both of their matches in 2024. Fritz beat Draper at the Paris Olympics and at ATP Munich. Each match went 3 sets, but each was also played on clay. Draper won their only non-clay court match, which dates back to the 2022 season. But that match was played on grass at London's Queen's Club. Their upcoming meeting in Paris will be their first meeting on the hard court surface. It will also be their first ATP meeting played indoors. Fritz is the number 7 player on tour when looking at hard court service stats. The ATP's serve rating statistic is 291.5 for the American, which is very high. In theory, a venue like Paris should help Fritz a lot. However, Draper does have a rock-solid return game. In fact, when looking at the last 52 weeks on the hard court surface, Draper is the outright number 1 player on the men's tour for return of serve. The match features an excellent server against a distinguished returner. Recent matches for both players. Fritz had a bye through the first round in Paris. He last played at the Shanghai Masters about a month ago, a tournament where he made the semifinals. Before that, he suffered an early exit in Tokyo. Fritz was also in the Laver Cup, a tournament that does not necessarily bring out the best in the top players. But Fritz made the US Open final several weeks ago, losing to Jannik Sinner. With Fritz's best Grand Slam result not too far in the rearview mirror, you'd have to argue that Fritz is playing his best tennis right now. Draper played in the first round in Paris, a match where he had little trouble with Jiri Lehecka, posting a 7-5, 6-2 victory. Draper's return game was key in the match. In particular, he made Lehecka's second serve look amateurish. Draper won 16 of 28 return points on Lehecka's second serve. Draper also had 6 aces in the relatively short match with 4 double faults. The Brit did not allow Lehecka to have a breakpoint chance. Lastly, Draper served well in the match, winning an incredible 25 of 26 first serve points. Fritz's Draper prediction: Fritz to win. This looks like it is going to be a tough match. Fritz has been at the top of his game in most of his recent events, but so has Draper. The British player won a title in Vienna last week, but at no point did he play anyone as strong as Taylor Fritz. British fans should also be concerned that Draper just might be tired. Although the British player was sharp in the first round, Fritz promises to keep the Brit on the court for much longer than Lehecka did. You have to think that the sets will be competitive, but that it will be the American with the energy late. Fritz enters this match on much better rest than his opponent. If Fritz wins the first set, don't be surprised if the second set is a breeze for the American. In fact, you should be surprised if Draper taps out at some point, as his schedule has been tight lately. 2024 Paris Masters, Jannik Sinner withdraws. The Fritz vs. Draper match will be played fairly late in the day. Other high seeds that will be in action include Daniil Medvedev, Alexander Zverev, Grigor Dimitrov, and Alex de Minaur. Top-seeded Jannik Sinner is not on the order of play for Wednesday. He has pulled out of the draw, which resurrected Arthur Cazaux as a lucky loser. Cazaux will try to take advantage of his luck when he faces American Ben Shelton on Wednesday. The official draw sheet says that Sinner pulled out due to an illness. Many thanks to Shane Lambert for compiling this news. This is Valerie, serving you the latest from the world of tennis here on Racket Point. Back to you.